All right, I'm going to step out of the shot really quick, guys, because they are opening the doors here. So we want to just kind of watch this for a second and see. Yeah, you can see right now they are bringing people out of this building on the lower level of the Chase Bank building along 11th Street, and they're coming into a back alley. You can see police right now escorting them. Police are still lining this street back here too. You can see police in vests, police in their cars, just kind of watching. So we're seeing actually a good many people must have been still inside that building one by one coming out. As Tim was saying earlier, and here they are wrapping around the building too, people that were still inside. As Tim was saying earlier, they were combing the building looking for someone. It appears though that the person that was robbing this bank has gotten out, and again that suspect was described as a black man with a blue toboggan. And we're hearing now that police are on the second floor, I believe is what they just told me. But they, again, earlier we said that suspect was described as a black man in a blue toboggan. And as we were standing on the street here earlier, we did see police take a man into custody that matched that description, someone who walked up and down 11th Street several times. They searched him for a second and then did let him go. So they are still looking for that suspect apparently. And we're going to keep monitoring that right now. We're going to see actually if we can speak to one of these people over here. So if we can just come back in 1 second, we're going to see if we can get someone to talk to us, and we'll be right back.
I can only imagine how those people are feeling right now after being in the building now for at least an hour and a half, dealing with the uncertainty of knowing whether or not somebody was in this building, Bill. And I think what this situation kind of puts in perspective for a lot of people, we know that police and fire departments spend a lot of time mapping out buildings, trying to understand the lay of the land in any situation. This is a great example of why that is so important, but you can only imagine the relief on those people's minds and their loved ones right now. I'm sure so many of them are at home watching this entire situation unfold on live television, and you can see some of the officers there trying to get a little more information from those people right now.
It's hard to believe that it's been almost a generation now that all of that has changed with the mapping of the important buildings in towns all across this country because of what happened at 9/11. Again, you're looking at a live picture on 11th Street right now, and these are the people who were brought out. The good news involved in all of this, as you can see, a picture really worth 1,000 words. These people seem very calm. There was no sense of hysteria or imminent dangers. They were walking out of the bottom of the bank. As I mentioned earlier, there are two entrances to that bank. The lower level is on the alley behind Fifth Avenue, and then there's a main level up there as you go out to Fifth Avenue itself. And we've got News Channel 3's Brittany Hoke, who is live now with details, who basically was just over there trying to talk to some people.
All right, guys, we just want to say, too, we just tried a second ago that the people that you see behind me near Green Ketchum, these are the people that were inside the building as all of this was going down. We did just try to speak with some of those people that were inside the building at the time that this was all going down. Police are not allowing us to talk to them right now, so we're going to watch this and see what's going on. They are checking them out. We don't know if one of these people could be a suspect. It looks like they're just patting them down as a precaution to see. But again, I went over trying to talk to one of the people who were inside this building as this robbery was taking place. They're not allowed to speak to us right now. That was an order given to us by police. But as soon as we can reach them and police are done talking to them, we are going to try and get someone to talk to us again. So in this case, we just want to let you know that it seems like most of the people that were inside the building at the time of this robbery are out now, and they are being checked out. So we will be checking back with you shortly to see if we can get some answers and see what all went on and why these people were stuck in there for so long. All right.
It looks like, too, Bill, what I was noticing before, Bill, is a lot of them, they were kind of passing a clipboard, standard procedure in this situation that they need to fill out police reports. Everybody, of course, is a victim, though they are going through and just kind of checking in with everybody, patting them down, as Brittany said, as a precaution.
Right, double checking basically is what's happening because there are so many different police agencies there. Again, the communication is to making sure that everyone is safe and they are not necessarily a danger to themselves at this point as well. And we've all been there. We've all been in an uncomfortable situation. We saw one of the people there, and again, technology, people talking on the phones, tweeting, saying, I'm okay, things are going well. But that gentleman there in the green, not to point him out specifically, but you could tell he did have a little nervous laughter going on as he was being patted down. We've all been in that situation where kind of, that that kind of giggle, laughter kind of makes us get through it in a situation.
Sure.
Not every day you're walking around being patted down by police, that's for sure. But again, technology in the last 10, 15 years has changed dramatically, that all of these people who were there have been able to now get out there and let people know ASAP that things are going well.
Well, and in fact,
Facebook,
we even
Twitter, you
were
know,
able
all
to,
of that's blowing up right now.
yeah, we were even able to touch base with people inside that building because Dan Griffin, one of our reporters, that was one of his Twitter followers who was tweeting that he was inside that building at the time. I don't think this is the way anybody imagined they'd be spending their Friday afternoon being checked out by police
And he was
after an incident like this.
And he was tweeting with a very powerful photograph. If you want to follow Dan right now, you can see that picture. That gentleman is on one of the top floors of the bank building. Again, it's not necessarily the bank on the upper level. All of those office spaces are actually rented out to other businesses. And you can see basically a small army of police officers walking into the building. So that was obviously very good perspective and also very scary if you didn't know what was going on that top level, going, gee, what's going on downstairs? But again, a lot of people have been escorted out. This happened in the last 5 minutes. This is along 11th Avenue in Huntington, just on the other side of the bank. As you head down to 4th, all of these people are now being given statements with names and phone numbers and those kinds of things that police can be able to get back with them as this investigation continues.
And one of the things when we talked to Darren Burton, who was on the 3rd floor of that building, he said it had been about an hour since they had heard anything from police and they were really hoping to find something out. So these cell phones, the fact that they were able to stay on the phone with some of the people who were downstairs in the building dealing directly with police probably provided a lot of peace of mind for so many people. So hopefully this picture bringing some families at home a little peace of mind. We'll be back continuing this story in just a minute. Stay with us.